thank me. Thank this lovely lady here, Andrea Redmond.
Yeah.
And her husband, Keith.
He's in the kitchen.
Keith is in the kitchen. As is Christian. And I want to thank April Bosworth for all the beautiful decor. And I want to thank my two associates, Rachel Mazzonti and Robin Rose, who work with me in development. They're both fabulous.
A couple things about the space, and then we're going to move about the lobby space, and then we're going to move into the main space and talk about the facility there. The stone cottage is made of the same kind of stone that's behind you on the wall, and some people know this, some people don't. When the facility was built, they actually went back to the original quarry that the stone cottage rock came out of and pulled all of this rock out of it as well to tie the two buildings together. Kind of a neat, but not all that important feature. The funny part about this rock is, if you look at it and you see these beams that look like they're falling over, the architect's idea behind it was that since that building was made of stone and the stone was at the wall, the idea was that this stone was sort of the genesis of theater here. And the idea is that theater comes out of the stone and goes up to the big rig. I know, a little silly, but that was the idea. And with that, let's go in the main space and we're going to talk about some of the flexibility. What we're in right now, which is called three-quarter round, where you have seats on three sides of the stage. We have proscenium east and proscenium west, meaning if I'm facing this direction, the east, this would be a proscenium. There would be a set of chairs that go up. I'm sure you guys have seen that. Proscenium west is exactly the opposite, where this would be the stage. And we have in the round, we've only done a couple of shows in the round that I can remember along here, where you have seats on all four sides. There might be two rows of seats back over here. And then we have what we refer to as tennis court, which is something we actually came up with because I don't know the real configuration for that. But it looks like a tennis court. We put a row of seats over here, leave a strip of stage in the middle, and put rows of seats on the other side. In the space, you'll notice all these funny little holes in the wall everywhere. Each of these holes typically has one corresponding to it across the space. They're actually load-bearing, and they're designed for a device called a bar joist, which is a truss piece made of steel. Next time you're in like Costco or Home Depot or somewhere like that, look up in the ceiling and you'll see all these truss pieces that support the roof. That's a bar joist. But we can drop them into the space. We have about 80 of them in our storage yard outside in different sizes and in different weights. And once you drop them in, you can deck over the top of them with lumber, or if you really need to, you can weld steel over the top and create a steel grid. And they're capable of supporting quite a bit of weight. Each one is rated at just over a ton, just over 2,000 pounds. I think it's like 2,400 or 2,300 pounds, something like that. So if you drop 3 or 4 of them in, you could literally deck over it and set a car up on the second level or the third level or something like that.
What I do, I start with these drawings and a scale rule, and I figure out how big everything's supposed to be, what all the pieces are, what the easiest way to move them through is. From there, I turn that into stuff like this. Big old blueprints that I can hand off to my guys that work for me in the shop. Once that stuff has gotten built, hand it off to Alexis. Alexis is our painter. We're going to show you how she gets this floor. So I just picked a random cube out of our prop shop, and I'm going to ask her to show you guys how she makes this nice marble look. She can do it really quickly, really inexpensively. Obviously, if we had to do this out of the actual materials, we would be over budget, quick and in a hurry. So Alexis saves our bacon on all of that stuff.
This is a hoop skirt. It's a crinoline. You probably recognize this mostly during the Scarlett O'Hara Civil War period. I'm sure you guys are familiar with that. So I'm going to place this on the floor because it's easiest to get into when it's like that. Also have here a corset. And I know you probably are all familiar with corsets. Has anyone worn a corset before? This is the corset. There are a few tips if you ever want to wear one or you ever find yourself curious. It's probably best that you not eat a lot before you get into this because it will squish all of your parts in and up. So just a tip in case you actually get curious and you want to wear one of these. Back then, they would have had to have someone put this on them like this. It's actually attached, and then they would tie up the back, and someone would actually yank the strings to pull it tight. This is a modernized version of a corset. You can get it at Fredericks of Hollywood. But it's already pre-tied because it's easiest for the actors to get into the corsets when it's pre-tied, and it just has some hook and bars on the front here. So I will show you that. So this is like the period underwear of the 1840s. Little pantaloons, you'd have tights, little pantaloons. You'd probably have a chemise of some sort. I just have a little tank top. And then the corset, which of course cinches and lifts. And then you step, there's a process. You always forget the process. And you have to put your shoes on before you actually get in the dress. Put it over the head. And most of these, all of our costumes have hook and bars and stuff that you would hook yourself into. But ladies back then would have been sewn into their gowns because they didn't want to see zippers or anything like that. I mean, the zipper probably wasn't even invented back then, but as you can see, their clothes are very restrictive. I can't raise my arms any higher than this right now. So ladies just never went flailing around or anything like that. It was always very reserved. You have to sit like a lady, that sort of thing. You have to kind of realize you really do have to lift when you sit, otherwise it will bell up. Yep.
Primarily for WaterTower, I function as what's called the master electrician. So I'm responsible for implementing all of the lighting that you see at each show. This that you see up here, it's called a conventional light fixture because it's static. You point it, the light turns on, it doesn't do anything else other than it's one specific assigned job. We also have an extensive what's called moving light inventory. So you can see these are our moving lights. They're moving into position, the conventional fixtures fade out, and all these purple lights that you see are also what are called moving lights.
The main job of the stage manager is to pull all the production departments together in the rehearsal and performance process of a show, as well as maintaining the artistic integrity of the show that has been created by the director and by the designers. So during the course of the show, yes, we're here every day at every show. We get here at our call, which is an hour and a half before curtain. And like, for example, for this show, we'll strike all of the Act 2 elements and bring out Act 1 from the hidden away area that Jeff was talking about earlier. And we'll set it up and get it all set up for when the house opens at half hour. When you guys start coming in, you'll see what's set up for Act 1. So we'll do that, and the actors will get here, and we'll, get them ready and going. They have a call time, and myself and then my assistant stage manager, whoever that happens to be on the show, will kind of keep the ball running, keep it going.